All right, so here's my new hobby. I used to, back in the 80s, my first computer was a Commodore Amiga 2000. And I love that. That was my only computer for what? I never went to PC until I think 1993, 94 maybe. And even when I went to the PC, I still had my Amiga 2000 and my PC. I think it was a 386. It wasn't a 286. It was a 386, 25 megahertz. And I had them side by side. I had the best of both worlds. It was a great time for PCs, but way back when. And then I eventually, abandoned the Amiga, put it away, and went full-fledged PC. Only to revisit the Amiga again somewhere in the early, maybe late 90s. And I started upgrading my 2000. My uncle had given me his 500. I went and I got a Amiga 4000. Souped everything up. I don't even remember what I had in it. I had flicker fixers. I had Cybervision RTG cards. I had Blizzard accelerators. I don't even know if I'm remembering the names right. I had a lot of stuff. And then unfortunately I had to leave the house that I was in, and I had to make a quick decision as to, what I was taking with me and what I was leaving behind. And I left all my Amigas behind, just on the street. It was a desperate move, but I regret it. So recently, to relive a little bit of my past, I went on Facebook Marketplace, and I got this for a pretty decent price. And the original top shell was cracked. I replaced that. I guess maybe they brightened it up or refurbished it. I don't know how they did it, but it looks brand new. Got a Gotek for DFO. Got an external for DF1. It came with an original floppy, but I don't know if it worked because I threw all my floppies out. So I thought this was the better option. I know there's probably an internal hard drive, but I was just trying to go to something that was true to the original. It has a 1.3 kickstart, a 2 floppy drive setup. This is kind of like what I used for the Amiga until I got like a 40 megabyte, gigabyte. Yeah, wish back then it was 40 gigs. Wouldn't even know what to do with it. 40 megabyte hard drive in the 2000. For most of the time I used it, it was a 2 floppy drive setup with a 5 1/4 disc for the IBM. What was that thing that it had? It had the PC DOS, the bridge, the IBM bridge board. I never used it. I mean, I think I tried it, but anyway, I'm trying to relive some of those memories. And I got this DB23 adapter, which I like the best. This actually is a ViewSonic monitor. I'll put in the bottom when I make the video what model is, and a link in the description. But it's a 1080p monitor, but it also does the analog input as well for VGA, and it supports the 15 kilohertz native screen resolution for the Amiga, which I'm showing now. I got this other one here. It's great. It's a SCART. It does both. It does 1080p, and it does both PAL and NTSC. I'm going to use that for, I'm thinking about getting a 1200, and I'll use it for that. And yeah, so I got a really simple kind of like solution here going. Back in the day, because this was an NTSC machine setup, I would have a PAL boot disk. So I got the ADF image of a boot disk. This is what I would do with a floppy. And to play the PAL games or demos such as this. And it's the exact same workflow I did way back when. And I just have a duplicate of the 2 discs, so that way, if I could, if I have a multi-disc game, I could just and DFO. I have it queued up to play, to have it on ready for disc 2, disc 3. I mean, this is exactly how I did it back in the day. I also know that some games only let you use DFO, so. But I wanted to recreate the original. I wish I had the monitor. I actually kept the monitors. That's the one thing that I didn't throw out. I had 2 of them. One died. Well, they both died eventually. One died. The other one died of unnatural causes in Hurricane Sandy in my parents' basement. And to replace the 1040S, 1084, it was a 1084S. It's just way too expensive. And they're going to die eventually. And to get them repaired is expensive as well. So I think this is a great solution. So this is, again, a stock Amiga 500. Oh, actually, it came with the A501 board, which had an unfortunate battery leak. It actually was working for the first week I got the Amiga. But I replaced it with CR2, is it 2032? Yeah, 2032s. I think that's what they are. Nickel rechargeables. I'm pretty sure that's what I used. Let's see. Yep. 2032s. And now it's great. I just Velcroed it to the board. I think I blue tacked it. And works great. So it's got the real-time clock with the extra 512 of not the chip RAM, but the I guess it's slow RAM or fast mem, whatever. I used to know this stuff, so I'm going back in the rabbit hole of Amiga. And so now I got my drone hobby and a very specific computer Amiga hobby at the same time. They're both expensive, that's for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching.